All right, everyone. Hope everyone is having a fantastic Friday afternoon or evening so far. uh, it's new playthrough time, people. We finished off Atomic Heart last week, which, by the way, finale is up on the YouTube channel. Go check it out if you haven't yet. You know, we're going through the Mass Effect trilogy. Yes, I'm going through all three games because the Mass Effect Legendary Edition is 110 gigabytes, so I'm just gonna go through the entire trilogy. This is my first time playing through this game. I have not played through it before. So obviously, no spoiler rule is on all-time high. Please don't spoil things. You spoil things, you get a timeout. Do it 3 times and you get banned. Those are the rules of my chat. But I'm not going through this alone because if you can see over here on the right side of me, I'm not going through this alone, as I will be with my buddy Night Owl. You can introduce yourself.
Hi, hello. I'm Nite. My name on Twitch is a little different. I think it's Cashback, if I remember right.
Yeah.
I've played through Mass Effect, I think 5 or 6 times as a series now. This is hopefully going to be pretty fun. I hope you enjoy the Mass Effect memes.
It's gonna be great. If you guys watched my old XCOM Enemy Unknown playthrough from a couple of years ago, Nite even joined me through through a good portion of that playthrough.
XCOM was very fun, yeah.
It was very much an experience. I should get around to playing XCOM 2 at some point. No, I got it. I'll do the Bureau next.
Oh god. I've played the Bureau once and never again. I don't remember anything from that game.
All right. I can't. Trying to think of like what, because I tried to think of like look for game stories to talk about because I want to try and break up monotony every now and then, but there isn't really a whole lot to talk about other than the fact that Skull and Bones is out officially now. I couldn't care less.
I don't think anybody has cared. Like, I haven't heard anybody talk about it, honestly. Besides, I've seen Twitter posts of people memeing on the fact that you can't board ships.
Yeah. No, you can't.
Look at the cinematic boarding scene, and it's just people pulling up next to a ship, and then a bunch of loot menus popping up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like the primary idea on that is, man, this is made by literally the same people that made the best pirate game. So like, how the mighty have fallen.
Remember, this game is in development for 11 years. Thusly, the scope and scale of it makes it a quadruple A title. $70 worth, apparently.
Black Flag is less than 11 years old, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only like 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
It basically released in 2014, so it's like 10 years old. That's so depressing. That means this was in development alongside Black Flag, and Black Flag ended up being the better pirate game.
Yeah, or I mean, if you got a group of friends, and given that they just, I think they just released solo sessions, you can also just play Sea of Thieves. That's another really fun pirate game.
Absolutely, yeah. I haven't played too much Sea of Thieves, but I had fun with it for the time I played it. I just didn't have anybody to like hyper fixate on it with me.
Mm-hmm. But other than that, though, there really isn't a whole lot of other pirate games out there.
There's Sid Meier's Pirates, which is my personal favorite pirate game and always probably will be.
Hmm.
I think that's about it. There's Monkey Island. Those aren't pirate games in a sense.
There is a game that was on my wish list for a while. I removed it because I ended up not being really interested. There's a game called Blood and Gold Caribbean, where it is basically, it was originally being made as a mod for Mount & Blade Warband, because it's literally just Mount & Blade Warband but pirates. Like, the gameplay and everything is exactly the same. But I guess...
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm gonna assume they struck a deal or something with Tale Worlds to release it as a standalone game, and not as DLC. Because it is just its own game, but using everything, all the gameplay and assets from Warband, but, you know, just pirates.
Oh, yeah, I wonder how you would go about even asking to use somebody else's assets. That'd be interesting, actually.
Yeah, I'm like that's a story I'm interested in looking at some point.
Yeah, I can't think of too many games that let you like be a pirate, is what I'll say. I can think of pirate themed games, and I can think of some really awful pirate games. Like there was that I think it was called Night Raven or something like that, which was like a really bad like asset flip pirate game made by like the Two Worlds people.
Oh, is that sounds familiar.
Yeah, let me find it. It was a thing a lot of people talked about for a while because it's like the Two Worlds people. But
wasn't there a I remember there was like a pirate game that was on like Angry Joe's one of his like top 10 worst games lists. I can't remember which year it was, but it was a part of like a long-standing video game series. Oh, Raven. Wait, was it? No.
Vendetta: Curse of the Raven's Cry. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that one.
Yeah, this looks like... Oh, yep, it absolutely was this.
I think they changed the name like 4 times during development, which is the reason why like I couldn't remember exactly what it was. Yeah, it's a jank ass little game, but it's like one of the few like modern pirate games that exists out there.
I mean, do I dare bring up Pirate 101?
Hey now, alright.
Paywalls to progress.
Wizard 101. But, right, sometimes we mess with the 101 games, alright?
I mean, I fucked with Wizard 101 back in the day.
Pirate 101 is on Steam.
Yeah, I think both of them are.
I'm gonna tell my kids that this is Skull and Bones.
Yeah. But I remember that was like the one thing that made me stop playing Pirate 101 was the fact that like it locked like story sections behind paywalls.
It did that in Wizard 101 too, which made like playing it as a kid kind of annoying. But,
yeah.
I think there's a pass you can buy that unlocks everything. I don't remember how expensive it was, but
it's probably like you know how like a lot of games like RuneScape and all that have like their premium memberships and all that. It was probably the same deal.
Yeah, there was that, but I think there was like a one-time pass you could buy for Wizard 101 that let you get everything in the game, or at least like the areas. I don't think it gave you like items or anything like that, but it's been a while since I've involved myself in that kind of thing.
Yeah,
that was very much like a flippin' 12, 13-year-old me kind of thing.
Yeah. All right then, let's go ahead and jump into the Mass Effects stuff here. But you know, before we do, ladies and gentlemen, before we do, you know, I always gotta give an awesome shout out to Nite FM, your 24/7 synthwave radio. They have an app on Android devices as well as a website they can go on called nightride.fm. They also have a Discord server that you can join as well, so you get any and all updates regarding any and all things synthwave. They partnered up with the various other like radios that plays different like subgenres of synthwave that you can listen to on the website and the app. So like they got like dark synth, chill synth, and horror synth, as well as a few others. And if you are a streamer, they have a stream-free archive playlist that you can go on. It's basically just, again, long playlists of songs that they have that are stream-free. I've used it 4 times on my past 4 Destiny 2 streams, and I have not gotten VOD muted for a single one of them. So, it works. It does work. I'm not using it tonight, though, because it's just startup. So I'm not entirely worried if it gets VOD muted or not. Well, once again, go check them out. That is nightride.fm, your 24/7 synthwave radio. But just remember, everyone, just remember that this is not a sponsorship. This is just a thoughtful shill. Okay. Whoop.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Like that cool settings. By the way, I'm gonna be playing this on controller. Because I feel like this would be better on controller.
It's fine, mouse and keyboard. You can play on controller. Mouse and keyboard I like more personally, but I was never really a controller person, so there's very few games I play controller.
God, just looking at this menu kind of screams like mid-2000s. Or wait, did this come out in like the early 2010s? Original Mass Effect.
I want to say Mass Effect 1 was like 2008 to 2010. Let me check. 2007.
Ah.
So it was a year before my speculation.
Interesting. Alright.
You mind popping open a stream on
Welcome
Discord?
To Alliance
yep.
It's like very slightly
Classified
delayed
information
on the
requested.
other end.
Alright, well, I just started the opening cutscene, so I'm gonna be muted anyway.
Secure connection.
Gotcha.
Secure connection confirmed.
Oh, shit, okay. Alright. Let's see here. Hopefully the game doesn't doesn't shit the bed. There you go.
Looks good. So here's the fun part. I think if you choose one of the presets, it automatically loads everything. I think if you want to customize a character, you do enter new ID.
Let's do enter a new ID. I want to make my own Shepard.
Go for it.
Oh, you know what? You know what I should have played as like a part of the startup? The old Miracle of Sound Commander Shepard song.
Oh god.
All
Do
right.
it as an outro or something. We'll find a place
Please
for
log
it.
in to access your profile. Warning, data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile. Confirm pre-service history.
Colonist or Earthborn?
The pre-service history doesn't matter too much, but it will be referenced a good bit. It doesn't matter in terms of like gameplay and stuff like that, but like people will hint at what your previous service record is.
Let's just keep things basic, be a space boy.
Confirm psychological
Space
profile.
boy. This is the same thing. Like if you do ruthless, people will comment about how like you get the job done, that sort of thing.
Confirm military specialization.
Oh.
This matters a bit more. I don't think the first game tells you too much about like what the difference in the classes are. The fun ones are probably Vanguard. Adept isn't great in the first game, but you can give it a try if you want to play with space magic a bit more. Soldier is always a safe bet for all 3 games. Sentinel is also pretty safe in terms of like, that's the class I usually use when I do insanity runs as Sentinel. They're all pretty fun in their own ways. Infiltrator is a little jank in the first game, but it's jank throughout the series. It's fun thematically, but
I'm kind of thinking.
If I had to guess, based on like what I know of your personality, you would probably have the most fun with Vanguard.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say I might pick Vanguard. Because I like the whole mixing between like weapons and space magic, and on top of that, pistols and shotguns are kind of my forte.
Oh.
I also like assault rifles. I also like assault rifles, but
Soldier is the only class that gets to use assault rifles in the second game, which kind of sucks. But other than
Confirm
that,
facial
like,
identification.
Vanguard's pretty safe in terms of like just having fun with stuff.
cycle presets. Oh.
Oh man, look at those eyes flick around.
My dead soulless eyes. No. Oh my god, I reminded him of like an old source filmmaker meme vid where it was like your new 1-800 contacts have just arrived, and it's like it's an NPC. I can't remember which character it is from Mass Effect, and it's Shepard. It's like 1-800 contacts. You don't have my brand. I have special eyes. Look with your special eyes. My brand. Neck thickness.
In the second game, Soldier Shepard gets the ability to slow down time. Maybe that's where his special contacts come from.
Probably. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Cheeky gaunt?
I think it's like how prominent your cheek, or no, there's a different setting for cheekbones. I think it's like the rotation of your cheekbones.
Hmm.
I'm not sure. I have no idea, honestly. I love how half of these eyes make you look like a crazy person.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what's kind of bothering me with this character creator.
It's not great. This is definitely one of those games where it helps to have a helmet on the entire time.
Oh, is the code at the bottom for like if I want to copy and paste it for like a future playthrough? That's kind of neat, actually. You don't see too many games that do that.
It's very cool. It's also one of those things that I think that's how the other games, when you import your character, I'm pretty sure that's how they recognize your facial data.
Oh.
There's probably just like some data values in there where it's like, you're using 3N2, it translates to this nose.
Is it an RPG without literally restructuring your entire skull?
At some point, you just make a character that looks like they've been hit with a baseball bat one too many times.
Yeah.
We've all seen those Skyrim characters.
Mm-hmm. If only Bethesda didn't fucking update that game.
It's kind of wild. They're still releasing Skyrim updates, and it breaks like every mod. But,
yeah,
you know,
like
people don't keep mods up to date 5 years after a game's released.
So for anyone who's unaware, and in case y'all are curious as to where the Skyrim playthrough's at, they decided to update the game and combine the Creation Club stuff with like all the other community made mods. So Creation Club basically no longer exists in Skyrim is just called Creations. And that, for some reason, basically fucked over everyone's mod files. So the game doesn't, for some reason, recognize the Creation Club stuff that was naturally in the game when you bought, like, the Legendary Edition.
Oh, it's that bad? Really?
Yeah. Like, I think I sent you that picture the day it happened. Because I was like, dude, look what Bethesda did to my game.
Yeah, damn. I don't want to imagine what my Skyrim saves look like.
Yeah.
I think the last time I played Skyrim, I was in Moonpath's Elsewhere. God only knows if that still works.
What annoyed me the most about it, though, is that I literally had like 2 more side quest lines before I was done with that game. Because, like, I was at the tail end of the Thieves Guild quest line, so I only had Dark Brotherhood and Civil War. And I had an added bonus at the end, because I downloaded a mod that basically, I think it's called Second Great War. It's supposed to take place after the Civil War, where the Thalmor basically just decide to say fuck it and invade Cyrodiil again. And this entire modded side quest line is you helping the Imperials in Skyrim fight back against the Thalmor and taking back Cyrodiil.
Oh, were you an Imperial bastard? Now hold on a minute.
Yeah, of course I was. I'm always an Imperial bastard when I play Skyrim.
Bruh. Alright, Skyrim's for the Nords, that's all I
But,
gotta say. That's mostly a joke.
Yeah, that's what pops up every time I play Skyrim now. Anything that says CC is Creation Club. The game didn't recognize fishing or survival mode.
Oh. Man, fishing, we're like doing fishing for like 20 minutes sends like a gang of assassins to come and kill you.
Dude, I didn't do the fishing. I didn't bother with fishing in Skyrim. It's so boring. If I want to fish, I'll do it in like fucking 14 or Stardew Valley.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if I'm gonna fish, I'm gonna go wrangle me some rare in Stardew.
The fucking lip placement.
Oh my god. He's always suspicious. He's just always suspicious of everything you do.
Can you play as different races in this, or you just only play as human Shepard?
No, you're human no matter what. It's a part of your like character backstory. In Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, you can play as other races. So, like my favorite character was, I want to say he was called the Turian Engineer or something like that, and you ran around with a sniper rifle and blew people up with tech powers, and it was fun. You can also play as a Geth in that, so if you want to be a giant robot man, that was possible. But not many people played the multiplayer, unless they were forced to, because the original Mass Effect 3 campaign forced you to play the multiplayer in order to get the best ending.
That is fucking dumb.
Yeah, it's so bad. You could technically get it if you, like, grinded your ass off and min-maxed. It was technically possible to, at the lowest level of galactic readiness, which basically how it worked is the more multiplayer you played, the higher your galactic readiness, which let you have 100% of the resources that you collected. So it was an artificial points value where, like, say you had 10,000 points, but your galactic readiness was 60%, you would only have 6,000 points. The best ending required you to have, like, I think 30,000 or something like that.
Oh, these hairstyles are not good.
Oh, they're all awful. Like I said, Mass Effect 1 is definitely a helmet kind of game. You wear a cool space helmet and you never take it off.
Fuck it, let's go with the cornrows.
Oh, hell yeah. I love the beards too. There's like the one where it's like the
oh god, it's me when I was in
understrap.
Dude, it's me when I was in middle school.
Oh, hell yeah. I think it looks flawless. Alright, he's a beautiful, handsome man. You know, the mustaches look good.
Yeah, it's like what we got here. We got baseball player.
I have no idea. Why would you ever remove the hair on the chin but leave everything else?
Let's just give him a basic, like, 5 o'clock shadow.
I want like a French twirly villain mustache.
jeez.
No eyebrows. That's the move, I think. Just no eyebrows. Oh man, in case you want that like acid purple that looks like Kool-Aid for your hair. Aw,
Purple facial hair that also includes the eyebrows.
absolutely gorgeous.
Which is
honestly.
funny, because usually in most games they have the eyebrow color be a separate thing.
Yeah, the Mass Effect 1 character creator was definitely not great.
They tried.
They tried to do some stuff, but it mixed results.
God, even some of these scars don't even look good.
Yeah, they're like weird, like pasted on little PNGs. and
Like
stuff
this doesn't look like a scar to me. It just looks like he just has veins popping out.
It reminds me of like the I forget which actor it was, but the guy who played the Joker, and like the whole thing was, oh yeah, you know how I got these
Oh,
scars.
Heath Ledger.
He put him there on purpose to
I
let him
was
look more badass.
I was thinking of that meme where it's the high school kid looking like he's about to burst a blood vessel. You just see him like standing there with these serious looking eyes, and he's got his veins popping out of his forehead.
As you do, honestly.
It's used to indicate a meme of like your face when you're trying to resist the urge to say your mom when your employers ask you what you're doing in the next 10 years.
What do you? Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
You know, let's go with this one. Code.
That's not too bad.
Code.
That's if you want to copy it. Hit B and you'll back out.
Oh.
Or, oh no, it's finalize. You click finalize.
Oh.
Profile reconstruction complete.
Ruthless Spacer Man Vanguard.
Wait, can you
Interesting.
change the name of Shepard, or is it always just John Shepard?
You skip past the naming scheme
Oh.
thing. I think if you might just be able to mash B.
Confirm facial identification.
Change appearance?
Again.
Confirm
No, it's not an appearance. It's
facial
before that. It's before your class selection.
Oh.
Try B again.
Confirm military
B
specialization.
again.
Confirm psychological profile.
B again.
Confirm pre-service
B
histories
again.
login.
Oh.
There you go.
Profile.
Yeah.
Okay, it didn't give me any indication that I could like change that.
Yeah, you tap past it. It's just kind of glowy. It doesn't.
You know what? Here we go. We'll just keep it basic. Keep it safe.
Beowulf Shepard.
Oh, do I have to redo the whole fucking thing again?
No, I'm pretty, because it saved your face there.
Warning.
It just
Data
does the little
corruption
cutscene
detected.
thing where it's
Please
like, oh, we
reconstruct
can't
profile.
load any of your data. Tell us who you
Confirm
are.
pre-service history.
All right, so
Don't steal
Spacer.
anybody's identity,
Confirm
please.
military special. Confirm facial identification.
Oh wait, nope. Okay, finalize.
Profile reconstruction
Yep, we're
complete.
good.
Once you confirm your character is complete, you'll be unable to change any settings.
Identification confirmed.
Auto level off. Subtitles on. Squad power usage. Oh god,
So-
wait.
I don't remember the level scaling setting. I think
This is probably
Legendary is probably fine.
yeah, because I think
Hold
this looks like it's just a legendary edition kind of deal.
XP and talents progression remains the same, but the number of levels is doubled. Oh, okay. So it's probably like level 2, you get like 2 skill points instead of 1, something like that. I remember Googling it. I don't remember what setting I used. Don't turn auto level up on, I can say that much. The squad power usage, I don't remember playing this game on controller if it was easy to use offensive powers. I would just turn it to all, honestly. It's not really a micromanage kind of game, and just letting your guys do whatever is typically fine.
All right. I'll keep tutorials on just to be safe, obviously.
Yeah, it's not a super complicated game. You have infinite ammo too, so.
All right. Cutscene.
Well, what about Shepard? He's a spacer, lived aboard starships most of his life.
Military service runs in the family. Both his parents were in the Navy.
He got most of his unit killed on Torfin.
He gets the job done, no matter what the cost.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
I'll make the call.
In the year 2148, explorers on Mars discovered the remains of an ancient spacefaring civilization. In the decades that followed, these mysterious artifacts revealed startling new technologies, enabling travel to the furthest stars. The basis for this incredible technology was a force that controlled the very fabric of space and time. Oh, whatever. Mass Effect. TM.
Arcturus Prime relays in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot, acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. Board is green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment, so you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead, so that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
So, as a general thing here, Mass Effect is the inventor of dialogue wheels. The top option is always like the good boy option. That's like the most agreeable person.
Hmm.
The bottom is always like the not necessarily bad guy option, but it's like the
Dick.
soldier, dickhead, renegade type thing. And the middle is always like kind of somewhere in between. As to which path is better or anything like that, it kind of depends. The only thing I would say is like the game doesn't usually do too great when you like try to pick and choose between being a dickhead and being a nice dude. Because some
Oh.
options are locked based on the arbitrary number of good boy versus bad boy points you have.
Gotcha.
Play the game how you're gonna play it.
I gotta say though, is that supposed to be? Is that Seth Green voicing Joker?
Who?
Seth.
Joker voice actor. I don't think so. It is Seth Green.
Ah, fucking called it. Because I was like, I recognize that weird ass high pitched voice anywhere.
Yeah. Joker is easily one of the best characters in the series.
You're overreacting. Oh, Shepard. Okay.
Bad feelings are an occupational hazard. But we don't go anywhere unless there's a good reason. So, what are we doing here?
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission
That sounds like
control
Keith
back to
David.
Alliance brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
It is Keith David, by the way.
I'm on my way.
Is it me or does the Captain always sound a little pissed off?
Only when he's talking to you, Joker.
I realize I still have 2 burgers that I haven't eaten yet. Alright, oh, that's combat mode.
The first thing.
Alright, everybody on the ground! It's so weird how that's the select button. Why is that the combat mode? Here we go.
I don't think I've played Mass Effect 1 with a controller. That's a great question.
Well, actually, hold on. You know what? Well, let's look at these keybinds here. Yeah, no, hold on. Controls. No, it's probably in Gibby. Let's see. Oh, that's. Okay, so it's only gonna. Really? There's like no there's like no controller overlay that shows me what each button does? Calibration? What the fuck is... Oh.
That's weird, actually. Do you want me to Google it?
Yeah.
Alright, let me,
Because that is a little odd.
So... There is a tutorial, so maybe the tutorial has the buttons in it, but, Mass Effect 1 controller keybinds, PC. Oh, incredibly, this is just showing me PC keybinds. Thank you, I appreciate it. Oh, wait, hold on. No, there's an Xbox setting. So I think it's normal AB to interact. Right trigger shoot, left trigger is turret zoom. Yeah, left trigger is zoom. Apparently throwing grenades is the back button. Metagel is Y. LB switches your guns. LB hold is the weapon wheel.
Huh. I already have...
RB is your power wheel.
I have 3 points I can put into something.
Oh, so... If I remember right, assault training's pretty good. Putting points into Charm or Intimidate is, you always want to have one of those maxed out, because that determines your... It gives you more of your good boy or bad boy points, and it also lets you, choose certain dialogue options.
Let's see, warp? There's warp and there's throw.
For the first game, so the circles in your little panel, those unlock new skills. So you see how you can't put points into shotguns or tactical armor or lift or barrier?
Yeah.
You have to hit the circle and the ability above it. So if you go to warp and then scroll over to where that circle shows.
Wait, so
scroll over across the bar. That circle is unlock barrier, so that's when you get barrier.
Okay. Okay, so I probably want to prioritize leveling pistols so I can get shotguns.
I don't remember what the shotgun ability in Mass Effect 1 is, if I'm honest.
Carnage, Advanced Carnage, Master Carnage, so...
Yeah, it's just a buff. No, it just does a bunch of damage when you shoot.
Yeah.
Which is relatively fine.
Tactical armor, you get shield boost.
Adrenaline burst is really good. Because typically what you'll want to do is blow all of... If I remember right, Mass Effect 1 doesn't have the combined refresh time on your powers. So you can just spam like warp, throw, lift, and then you can assault training using adrenaline burst, and then get your cooldowns back.
Jeez. I think I'm gonna go for assault training and pistols next.
Go ahead. I think assault training is also just like flat damage, which you can't go wrong with flat damage.
Yeah. What else do I have in my codex?
You'll pick up a bunch of stuff throughout here. There's
the
a lot of stuff you can
Alliance
read.
Is an independent supranational government.
I think you can read on every single race in the game at some point. As to if you want to do that, that's up to you. I've read all the codex entries. A lot of them are pretty good. It's just a matter of like if you want to spend the time reading or not.
Alright, where am I heading off to? Up over here.
Presley, my love.
And we're getting dragged right along with him. Relax, Presley. You're gonna give yourself an ulcer.
Can I don't like how close the camera is to my dude.
It is just there. I don't think you can move it back. When you go into like your combat mode, that's when it zooms out a little bit.
Corporal Jenkins!
Crazy.
Jenkins!
In charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc.
You can talk to people. Man, actually denying my girl chakras.
Alright, let's go talk to Chakwa. Oh. No, never mind. The game.
I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
What about?
I'm interested in this world we're going to. Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
I wouldn't know.
I've never been there.
But you know of it. It's become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
I already figured that out.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Why didn't we keep the beacon for ourselves?
You humans don't have the best reputation. Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their scientific expertise. They know more about the Protheans than we do.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
What's going on, Captain?
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
I was impressed when I studied the reports in Torfan. A grim business, but you got the job done. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
And this is so incredibly based.
Yeah.
I don't like people making decisions about my future.
This isn't about you, Shepard. Humanity needs this. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what they told us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology, even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Boy.
Get down!
Oh, it's the ending of Halo Reach.
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't. Need evac. They came out of nowhere. We need.
Ooh.
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5.
Enhance.
It's a hand.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you're coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Hey, gay being, thank you for the follow. Thank you for entering the bunker.
I want radio silence.
There is no escape. I hope you realize the choice you just made.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck.
Hope your Friday as well.
We are approaching drop point 2.
Okay, well, that, that was a bot.
Yeah.
Alright, well, so we got Richard Jenkins and Kaiden Elenko.
It's Kaiden.
Kaiden?
Kaiden is kind of funny, but no, it's Kaiden.
Smells like smoke and death.
Alright.
Oh god, what happened here?
Holster fire weapon. Right trigger for sustained fire. Cause weapons to overheat.
Oh, you shot the space cow.
Oh, those are cows?
They're called gas bags. They're just chill.
I didn't know that.
You just fucking blew one up. They're not hostile. They're just violent dudes.
I didn't know that. They don't look anything they don't look like, okay, they do look docile, but they don't like anything that is harmless.
The whole reason why they're here is so that you can practice shooting. Like, don't worry about it.
Alright, a switch of weapons for your squad, aka just me.
Yep.
Oh no!
Oh no, Jenkins ran forward and got shot instantly.
Oh, it's a sniper rifle. Nice.
So you ran into the first thing that like makes Mass Effect 1 different from every other game. You have infinite ammo, but your guns overheat.
Hmm.
Rip right through his shields. Never had a chance.
Oh well.
Sometimes Marines die. The rest of us just have to carry on. We still have to find that beacon.
Aye, aye, sir.
It's not really the feel I was going for with that dialogue option, but okay.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Like I said,
It goes into the issue I have with a lot of RPGs where it's like each dialogue option is just a summary of what your character is actually gonna say, and it ends up being very underwhelming.
Yeah, Mass Effect was the origination of that. It's why, like, I said at the start, like, you gotta kind of pick a lane.
Here, Shepard.
As sucky as that is.
I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
Mission computer hit squad screen.
Yeah, it's probably telling you to level up Kaiden.
Yeah.
Kaiden is similar to you. I think it's you want to upgrade decryption so that you can get electronics. If I remember right, that's the hacking powers electronics. There's two mini-game powers. I forget what they're called. I think it's electronics, and there's a different one. That lets you get additional loot.
First aid wouldn't be too bad to have. Okay, basic commands. Always like that.
love how every time you kill something, you just get money teleported into your bank account.
I mean, yeah. It's a woman! Oh, jeez.
My pretty pink space armor makes me an effective combatant.
Oh, God! Oh, would you look at that? I've been impaled.
Thanks for your help, Commander. I didn't think I was gonna make it.
Ah, here we go. Wait. Oh, okay, I didn't realize. Okay, so that's like what I want. Okay.
Yeah, typically for the companions, I just give them like one really good gun and then leave them at that. None of the other Mass Effect games really like do this in the same style. But Mass Effect 1 lets you like completely customize people's
Gunnery
full
Chief Axel
loadouts,
Williams of the
including your own.
212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Give me a status report, Williams.
Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, sir. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile. Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol, until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
Move out.
Oh, yep, more talent points.
Yep, now you've got Ashley. Ashley's a soldier. She's good at shooting people.
All right. So, I figure Ashley with the assault rifle. Probably have Jenkins with the sniper rifle then.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
Oh, nice. Scorpion armor. Equipment screen allows you to equip and upgrade gear for your squad. Cycle item types. Cool.
You got his armor, so it's in that section at the end.
Okay.
Strict upgrade.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the armor in this game, unfortunately, looks very dorky. You drop down to this like temperate, really nice planet, and for some reason they have like digicam desert camo armor.
Yeah.
You have to like literally, yeah, there.
Oh, okay.
The cover system's very jank. It's also like fairly useless, honestly. I basically never used it.
What?
Yeah, so grenades in this game are fucking frisbees that fly infinitely into space, and they work like little satchel charges. So you have to throw, and then you have to press the button again, and it will explode. Yeah, they're just like these little fucking frisbees that you throw at people. They're incredible.
Huzzah! Oh, that's unusual. Fucking left analog 6 crouch.
Yeah, there's no like sprint button. You're always moving at a light jog. The Edge 1.
Alright, so ooh, goddamn. Alright, let's see here. I'll put 2 points in the pistol.
Oh, if you want to be tankier, by the way, Vanguard, where it says like biotic protection, you're a biotic, so instead of having strict shields, you instead have like a little warp barrier around yourself. If you put points in a Vanguard, your shield barrier gets stronger. It doesn't really explain that, but that's what it does.
Okay.
So it'll be a bit tankier than maybe pop a few points there.
Yeah, it's kind of. Then again, I might jump into Assault Training to get my adrenaline bursts as well. So.
Play the game how you're gonna play it, man.
Yep.
I'm just here to keep you informed. Because there's a lot of stuff the game doesn't really explain to you. Like the electronics thing. If you go down to electronics now, can use electronics skill on easy objects. That means you can now hack things that require electronics to hack. I didn't know that until like I want to say 20 hours into my first playthrough. Yeah, I want to say when you get combat armor high enough, you can get heavy armor on the characters that have it.
That's cool.
Which is pretty strictly the best armor in the game. It's just a matter of like if you have the ability to equip it or not. Not everybody gets the ability to put heavy armor on.
I don't think the DPS is worth the lower heatsink and accuracy.
If I remember right, I can't remember if the Banshee was full auto or if it was burst fire. I think it's burst fire, which matters more for you than it does your companions. I will say heatsink and accuracy doesn't really matter on your NPC characters.
Okay, so I'll just give her that then.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever experienced a moment in time where like they run out of heat capacity, but
I will say though, I'm not the biggest fan of this equipment screen.
it's awful. Neither of the other games have a screen like this, and honestly, the amount of inventory management in the first game is terrible.
Oh wait, is Omnigel, is that your currency?
Omnigel is used to, I think, skip mini games in this game. There's a couple other things you can do with it, but I think I mainly just used it to skip the mini games for unlocking crates.
Question, is dual wielding pistols a thing?
No, it is not, unfortunately. It's
Damn.
just not a thing in the series.
That kind of disappoints me ever so slightly.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Even when you have like an SMG and a pistol, like your character never gets that in their head.
Oh, I forgot this game has a photo mode.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
I don't know who the voice actor for Nihilus is, but he sounds like the dude who plays Celebrimbor in the Shadow of Mordor games.
He actually does. Holy shit.
It might be, yeah, it might be the same voice actor. Oh God.
Nihilus is Alistar Duncan.
Oh God, they're still alive.
Oh, cool. Cybernetic zombies.
Yeah, husks. They are. Wait a minute. So, it is the same voice actor. Nihilus is Celebrimbor. Apparently, Senator Armstrong is also voiced by the Celebrimbor guy.
Huh.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's new information to me.
Let's see.
That door, it's closed. Security locks engaged.
I got a couple more pieces of equipment by the looks of things, so I want to look at that. Oh, that's just a better assault rifle. Unfortunately, I don't think I've gotten any new stuff. Oh, I did.
I'm gonna be a little honest as well in saying, like, most of the gun upgrades don't really matter. I like looking at pretty numbers and statistics, but like, you know, your assault rifle doing 115 damage versus 125, like, is there that much of a difference there?
No.
Yeah.
Convert all junk. Okay. I could probably sell some of this stuff for monies.
Yep. Saving up a bunch of money is really useful because you can buy Spectre equipment later, which is the best stuff in the game.
God damn. So much shit here.
Basically, everything you touch unlocks a codex entry.
Oh.
That's what I mean when I say, like, it depends on how much time you want to dedicate to it. I think it is worthwhile, but it's just one of those things. Here's the bullshit hacking minigame. You're just playing Frogger?
Yeah. There we go.
Here we go.
Humans. Thank
Yeah.
the Maker.
Are you ready to play hundreds of hours of Frogger?
Before they come back.
No.
Welcome to Mass Effect 1!
Don't worry, we'll protect you.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay now. It looks like everyone's gone.
You're Dr. Warren, the one in charge of the excavation. Do you know what happened to the beacon?
It was moved to the spaceport this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to help pack up the camp.
Manuel?
When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. 1 second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geth swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the destroyers, bringers of darkness, heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
Manuel's definitely the homeless person who has the cardboard sign that says the end is nigh.
Bro got attacked by like 6 robots and immediately started doom posting.
Yeah. He's probably a fucking Sabat that believes Gehenna is real.
Did you notice a Turian in the area?
I saw him, the Prophet, leader of the enemy. He was here before the attack.
That's impossible. Nihilus was with us in the Normandy before the attack. He couldn't have been here.
I'm sorry, Manuel's still a bit unsettled. We haven't seen your Turian. We've been hiding in here since the attack.
These are not the Turians you're looking for.
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module from a galaxy-wide communications network. Remarkably well preserved. It could be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances. Who knows what secrets are locked inside?
We have unearthed the heart of evil. Awakened the beast.
Alright, buddy, I need you to calm the fuck down.
Please, this isn't the time.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has
Yeah, now is the perfect time to ask what's wrong with him.
Unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the
Average
attack.
Twitter user.
I could shut him up. God, I'm curious.
Say goodnight, Manuel.
Silence the truth. My voice must be heard.
Oh my god!
Twitter user.
What did you do?
That might have been a little extreme, Commander.
You can't just go around whacking people in the head.
He's okay.
Just a little bump on the head. Let him sleep it off.
I suppose you're right. By the time he wakes up, the meds will have kicked in.
You see, all's well that ends well. Nothing like a swift punch in the face to really let you know, hey, the end times aren't nigh.
Shepard believes in the old school insane asylum. We're just gonna hit you until you're mentally right.
It's that cut of JonTron wearing the straight jacket. It's like, they didn't have to drill that far to get the demon out of my brain!
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
Good luck, Commander.
Go, Valet, mush.
Paragon +2?
Yeah, so Paragon is your, like, goodest good boy points. If you act like a goodest good boy, you'll get Paragon points, which unlock the goodest good boy options. If you do bad things, like punch a mentally unstable person in the face, you'll get Renegade points. Renegade doesn't mean that you're a bad person necessarily. No matter what, you will always be good guy, savior of humanity. It's more of a matter of like
how you do it.
Are you a Boy Scout, like Captain America type dude? Or
Are
are you
you
the
Deadpool?
morally gray, willing to sacrifice for the greater good type of person?
Is there a way you can actually like check that in the menu?
Yep. So go to your level up screen.
Ah.
Your red bar is your Renegade points, and your Paragon bar is so small that I can barely see it, which you know, makes me a little self-aware if I'm honest. Nyom.
Ah.
Reaper 1.
No, I don't want to convert that into Omnigel.
I will say this game hucks grenades at you like candy. I don't know why grenades are in like every single civilian hovel you enter in this game, but they just are. So feel free to use grenades. They're very good and very fun.
I can't wield this medium armor yet.
Nope. I don't know if you go to your level up tree. I don't know if you get the ability to wear medium armor. Go to tactical armor.
It said Vanguard should
Unlocks medium armor. Yeah, so you can't wear heavy armor, but you can unlock medium armor. It looks like.
Yeah, so I assume okay, I need to level up my assault training first.
Yep, and then I think it's that first arrow.
Yeah.
Well, second arrow on that little skill tree. But yeah, I think it was just a strict upgrade to Ashley's armor if you want to throw that on Ashley.
Well, probably for the time being, I suppose.
Yeah, you'll get something better by the time you unlock that.
Hey, you know, at least
at
least it makes her less likely to stick out like a sore thumb.
Oh my fucking god, dude! In the later games, she only wears that pink armor, and it's fucking hilarious.
Oh Jesus!
Everybody else looks really cool and has like this awesome looking armor, and you just have Ashley who looks like fucking cotton candy walking around everywhere.
Oh well, there's that other Torian Manuel was talking about.
He's so baby girl.
Oh.
Nihilus. This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
Oh.
Oh no, the obviously evil-looking man is evil? Who'd have thought?
I know, right? It's such a... Oh, shit.
Look at the size of it.
It's a thin horseshoe crab.
The thin horseshoe crab is a real...
Oh, God. Oh, wow, I can't jump off the ledge?
No, you can't.
Oh,
old game.
Okay, hold on. That's way too fucking loud.
Yeah. Man, that's only like 50% too.
Yeah. Dude, the music is loud as fuck on the main menu, and I only had that shit down to 30.
Yeah, the whole game is kind of loud as fuck, if I'm honest.
Okay, I would like to... Okay, there we go.
Equip the Edge 1.
Well, they're gonna be coming at me fast and close. I gotta...
Easy peasy.
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out, we're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
Stop right there, criminal scum.
We took care of them.
Those things were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up right before the attack. Knew it was trouble the second I saw it, so we made a break for the sheds.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned. Only it was coming from inside your own head.
It was probably trying to block communications.
Whatever it was, felt like it was tearing right through my skull. Almost made it impossible to think.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
Man, just the
You have
self
something to
rat.
tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring, nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
Smuggling is a crime.
What kind of package?
I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
Oh God.
Use the intimidation. You put the points in it.
All right.
I'm only
Do
gonna
it.
ask this once. Think long and hard before you lie to me again. Are you sure all you've got is one lousy pistol?
Wait, I just remembered. I just had it in my pocket. You might as well take that too. That's everything, really.
Who's your
I think
contact
that's a
at the
grenade
spaceport,
mod.
Cole? What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
Okay, forget about it. I've got more important things to worry about.
Good luck.
So those options there were locked because your intimidation and your persuasion weren't high enough.
Hmm.
You also got an upgrade, so if you press, I think X on your controller, you'll look at your available upgrades.
Combat sensor.
That lets you see people on your minimap.
Cool. Wait, so does that equip it onto the weapon I have, or?
Yeah, it's specifically on your pistol, so when you have your pistol pulled out, it makes people like show up on the minimap.
Oh, okay. I see now. All right, gotcha. Oh yeah, fucking.
Yep. Omni tools are pretty useful. Typically, you just want the highest tech cooldown for Kaden, but if you want to use something different, you can. That's just my strat, because like 5 shields is basically nothing.
So when I do my decryption stuff and hack into stuff, does that tap into Shepard's stuff, or does that go into Caden's stat automatically?
It's the highest companion you have for that stat. So if you have 2 people with electronics, you'll use whoever has the highest electronics. Like I said, there's another skill too. I forget what it's called. I can't remember if there's somebody that has both. I'd have to do a bunch of digging into it again. I haven't played Mass Effect 1 in, I want to say like 3 years. The orange X on your map if you waddle over to that, is like a point of interest.
I'm gonna check the inside of their shack.
Steal all of their shit. There is stuff to be stolen.
They were holding out on me.
Look at this armor.
Nope. Okay, let's see. That's just awful.
Yeah. It has a lot of shields, which is like kind of the point of duelist armor, but it's just worse than what you've got. There's kind of some themes to the armor, when you look at them. The biggest defining factor is just like the physical damage protection I found. A few extra points of shields don't usually matter, especially when you're playing as a biotic, and a few extra points of like biotic resistance doesn't really matter because it doesn't come up too often. Most of the time, if you take damage, you're going to be taking damage from bullets.
Oh, cool, an upgrade kit on fire.
Radioactive rounds. That's where you get into the fun part about this game. There's different ammo types you can throw onto stuff, and they do different things. So, like, anti-personnel rounds do more damage to people's health. Radioactive reduces your cooldowns, and it also like poisons people. So it does poison damage when you shoot people with them. It's pretty neat. It means like you can kind of have a gun for every situation. So like I usually throw the organic rounds onto the shotgun, if I remember right, because I'm pretty sure it lets you do more damage to husks.
I mean, are we gonna be encountering a whole lot of husks? I mean, I mentioned so in the beginning portions, but how about late game?
The geth are the main thing that you fight throughout the game. Organic enemies in general show up pretty often though. I can't remember if husks count as organic or cybernetic, because their lore has them be slightly cybernetic, but
We'll add radioactive
generally
onto
slap
here.
radioactive on everything, yeah.
And for my shotgun, I'll put anti-personnel on there. Or actually, I might give that to Ashley.
Husks are organic.
So to get rid of the stuff, do I just...
I don't remember if, excuse me, I don't remember if you can remove upgrades once you put them on. Try going back to the mod you wanted to remove. Select empty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
Sneaking up on us like that nearly got you killed.
I'm sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
What the hell are you talking about?
There were two Turians here. Your friend and another one he called Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
We were told a Prothean beacon was brought to the spaceport. What happened to it?
It's over on the other platform. Probably where that guy Saren was headed. He hopped on the cargo train right after he killed your friend. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift. I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
Honestly, props.
If you hadn't snuck off for that nap, you'd probably be dead just like all the others.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really want to think about it.
Tell me about the Geth attack.
It was quick. 1 minute that ship was descending, the next, those Geth were swarming over the platform, thousands of them. They must have been inside that mothership. They shot anything that moved. It was a massacre.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the beacon?
They brought it here this morning. We loaded it up onto the train and shipped it to the other platform. Hard to believe that was only a few hours ago. Feels like a whole other life.
Tell me about this mothership you saw.
I've never seen anything like it before. It was huge. Landed over near that platform. The whole place got dark as it came down. And it was making this noise, this sound that bored right into your brain. That's what woke me up. The attack came a few minutes later.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
God damn. You were gonna say something before the cutscene.
What was I gonna say before the cutscene? I don't remember. It must have not been that important. Oh, do you have the ability to keybind?
I mean,
because when you're using mouse and keyboard, you can keybind your powers to like 1 through 10.
Yeah, but
you can do that on controller.
It's probably difficult to do with controller. I might just have to use the wheel.
Man, that would suck for playing Vanguard.
Tell you what though, this music's bopping. Wait, so is throw literally just like throw a grenade?
No. Throw is you pick people up using a Mass Effect field and yeet them into space. It's fun. You should try it. You've got throw as well as Caden. You have to actually hover over an enemy to target them. That's just going to be used on the floor, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, that little red triangle.
Alright.
Oh, wait, press X to map. It said press X to map.
Oh, okay.
What does that do? Try that.
Okay. Alright, buddy.
The Geth destroyers are really tanky and they have shotgun. Their whole strategy is to just run at you and then shotgun you to death.
Yeah, no, I hit. Yeah, so like there's map, but like it's not telling me why I can map it to.
Oh, maybe it just lets you place it on the ability bar, so something like that? I don't know. Strange. goofy ass little run animation.
Yeah, right.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down.
Protect me.
Protect me, Squire.
Oh, that was easy.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up. Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
Shepard!
No, don't touch it! Too dangerous!
Ah, shit, that's the third time I've been possessed this week.
Ouch. And then he died.
Roll credits.
I got an achievement for that. Achievement unlocked. Dead.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy. A human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
Alright, dude, chill out.
Where's my pizza rolls?
Just kisses matriarch on the cheek.
Dr. Chakwas, I think he's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
Boyd, I have a hangover, but I didn't get to drink any alcohol.
Like the morning after shore leave. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
Where's the beacon now? What happened to it?
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
Damn, bro, she really just said that you had beta waves.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death? Destruction? Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
I'll live.
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
He didn't come to Eden Prime because he hates humans.
You're right. Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell him? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Hold on, I gotta... Oh, never mind.
Hey, Commander.
Hello there, Ashley.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
When your number comes up, it's over. His did.
That's grim, Commander. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, though. Not after Torfin. That must have been hell.
I did what I had to do. You'd better be willing to do the same.
I won't let the Alliance down, sir.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
You basically just kidnapped this random fucking woman from her home planet.
Yeah.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Man, no talk with Caden? Okay.
Something I'll tell you as like kind of preemptive setup for Mass Effect. So there are 3 romanceable characters in this game. Some of the characters in this game become romanceable, but in like Mass Effect 2 and 3. The 3 are a blue lady you haven't met yet, Caden and Ashley. You may or may not want to romance somebody in this first game because things get kind of messy if you romance multiple people throughout the series.
Oh no.
If you want to catch that drama, it do be kind of funny.
Does like your romance stuff carry on to the other games or something like that?
Abso-fucking-lutely. You can be such a horrific heartbreaker if you really want to.
Oh, fun.
There are actually some really sad scenes involved in that too. Like some people get really depressed when you're like, yeah, don't even worry about it, fam. You were out of my life for one game, so I banged somebody else.
I'm gonna finish off the second burger right quick.
Oh, fair enough. Do you think? Anyway, let me talk about this Revenge of the Sith AU. But Anakin can't kill any of the younglings because they've set up hundreds of space Home Alone style booby traps around the Jedi Temple. Such an incredible alternate scene. That'd make a fun ass video game. Make it like a Gmod RP.
Yes. Anakin, what happened? the fucking youngling set up little race cars and shit, and I got hit in the face by a goddamn paint bucket.
the one I tried to open a door and the handle melted my skin.
I pulled the light switch and then a lightsaber fell off and cut my other arm off.
I stepped through a window and there was a bunch of broken glass on the floor. Like, who does that?
Apparently there was like a Home Alone game that got released on Steam, but it wasn't called Home Alone because of
Really?
but it is just straight up 1-to-1. The same house, you play as Kevin, but the game is also dog shit. I can't remember what it was called. I think it was called like Home Defense or something like that.
Home defense?
Hold on.
I own a musket for home defense.
I wonder if I can find it, because it was on Steam. Okay. Home Defender is what it's called.
Home defender, man. It really does just give me I own a musket for home defense vibes.
It's $6. Hold on, let me... Oh, wait, what the hell? I hit share. Oh. Yeah. Like I said, it is just straight up 1-to-1 the fucking McAllister house. And Kevin, but not called Home Alone, and the kid's not called Kevin.
And the kid's not called Kevin. Nice. I'll have to take a look at it at some point.
But like, you have a time limit on when you can place like all the traps and shit, but the game doesn't tell you what that time limit is, basically.
Rip.
But also like it's just the AI is jank as all hell.
I can imagine. I think I've seen somebody play it before, but like only for a little bit. This looks familiar from what I'm saying from the screenshots.
Critical played it on one of his bad game nights during the holidays.
Of course he did.
But like you could straight up go outside to the Wet Bandits van, but nothing happens. Even during like the trap setup sequence, like nothing just nothing happens when you go near it. It's funny.
Absolutely magnificent.
All right. Chakwas.
Yes, is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an alliance
So
ship?
mad you can't romance
I enlisted
Chakwas.
right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined.
Oh, you don't say.
Humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record, Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
Yeah, who wants to be on a PlayStation controller?
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
He just gets migraines, man.
That sounds like a pain in the ass, though.
Oh, absolutely. I would hate it. I like how you can just walk into Anderson's room, like...
He's just watching a blank-ass screen.
Well, he had to Alt-Tab when you moved in, right?
True, true. I shouldn't intrude.
I'm just saying, when you could just walk into your commanding officer's bedroom at any point, like, come on, man, boundaries.
Hello.
Loading screen moment.
Okay, hold on. There's a couple things I can go to. I assume the orange X is like the main objective?
No, so the orange X is just a point of interest. The game uses that a lot. Sometimes that marks important stuff. That's just marking the galaxy map.
Hmm.
Which lets you move from place to place.
Only the commanding officer may specify a destination for the Normandy. Okay, then.
Yeah, get fucked, bitch. You're not important enough. You can't just tell people where to go. I think that's a codex. Yeah, it is.
Ah, nice.
I'm glad you're okay.
You want to try to collect codexes because they give you XP.
Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
One dude gets shot and people don't shut up about it for like 3 hours.
Oh yeah, the dude wanted me to go see Joker.
Yep. Anderson.
Joker's
the pilot.
I want to explore the rest of the Normandy.
Oh, fair enough, yeah.
Even though it looks to be a very relatively small ship.
There's more to it than this, but this is like the playable area. It gets kind of bigger in the later games, but you start to like memorize the layout of stuff.
Hmm. The Normandy's vehicle bay, using a squad member's locker, allows you to assign equipment to them. New equipment may be purchased from the requisition officer. Cool.
Yep. A couple companions will come down here. This is the best vendor in the game.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
Yep.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
Yeah, so like that Spectre stuff I was talking about, which is the best gear in the game. You have to get a license to buy the Spectre stuff. So I'm pretty sure if you go there now, it won't be in his inventory. But once you unlock the Spectre license, it lets you buy the best equipment in the game, basically is how it works. This is pretty much the only vendor I use in any of my playthroughs. There's usually very few things other vendors give that this guy doesn't.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased. But I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Alright, I want to sell some stuff.
This is buying.
Yep. Is there no, like, compare stat option?
You can press X.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It won't show your, like, squad mates unless they're in your party, which they never are when they're here. Squad mate equipment doesn't matter too much. Like, even on Insanity, it's typically not, like, necessarily a big deal.
Whew, oh, that armor. That price.
Oh, yeah. Most stuff is expensive as all hell. Especially the good stuff. But the good stuff is good. Like, if you compare your stats on that armor, the heavy armor especially is gonna be, like, super kitted.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, look at that. That's like over twice the shields, over twice the damage protection, over twice the tech and biotic protection.
Nice.
It's the Mako.
Wait, hold on. It didn't. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that just lets you look at people's inventories.
Alright.
Then later companions will be down here. Like that little weapons bench is where Ashley stands for her entire life.
Oh no.
Yeah. That's your little engineering room. There's the engineering guy you can talk to.
Shame about Jenkins, Commander.
Cool.
The one thing I'll say I'm internally in love with Mass Effect lore is like the mass relay stations are literally just, how do we make spaceships move faster? Warp drives? Nah. What if we just made a giant gun and shot them from it?
I mean, that's honest. That's a little bit more believable than some of the other stuff.
Oh, absolutely. That's my favorite part. It makes sense too. I'm kind of scared that it wasn't made by humans because it sounds like the most human way of adapting space travel. It's like,
if you fire a gun, if you fire something from a gun, it travels faster. Come on, man. Evel Knievel figured this shit out like hundreds of years prior by shooting himself out of a giant cannon.
Space travel.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
I'm not gonna lie, Seth Green kind of sounds way out of place in this. It's probably because I'm not used to hearing his voice in video games. Because I only ever associate him with either, like, movies or the 2 shows that he's famous for.
flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower too.
Look at that
They
monster.
have
Its
already
main gun
made
could rip
a
through the
joke
barriers
about
in any ship
Joker's
in the Alliance
penis.
fleet.
Good thing it's on our side then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower, Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. If they don't stop him, I will.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Based.
Yep. Oh, cool. Hacking a computer.
Man, you've been here for like 10 minutes and you're already hacking people's computers.
Captain Hendrickson reported some unusual energy readings during a patrol of the Argos Row cluster. She had particular concerns about the Hydra system, but was recalled before her team could investigate further. The patrols are scheduled for that sector. Do we want to send in a recon team?
I think I gave you a quest. I gave you a journal entry. I don't know if that gave you a quest or not.
Assignments.
Yep.
Cool. Citadel, expose Saren. Oh, jeez. Okay. Points of interest, anomalies, debris. Surveyed. Okay. Nope. Oopsie. I'm not used to the select. My instinct has told me select button is used for map, not gun.
Yeah, I don't think you can actually shoot people. So you don't have to worry about, like, you know, oh, you draw your gun on a civilian and, like, fuck up your game or anything like that.
I mean, nothing that a quick save won't fix. Just for research. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is my favorite race in the entire game, and I will not specify which one.
Are these Krogans?
They are not Krogan, no. You'll know a Krogan when you see a Krogan. These are Elcor.
Okay.
You can talk to them
Whoa.
and learn Elcor lore.
Whoa!
Yeah, those are the keepers, the little insect men. Nobody knows anything about them yet.
Oh my god.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I think.
That's a
Your
bolus.
ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din. At least introduce yourself.
Hey, Kelsa.
I am Din Korlak,
Oh,
Volus
Cass
ambassador.
is here.
Is there something I can do for you, EarthClan?
Mass Effect, the series where scions, aliens, and laser weapons exist, but ground team ops don't wear body cams. I mean, but we have helmet cams if that one thing is anything to go by. So, like, yeah.
You at least record a couple of things.
You seem to have
I
a
think
bit
it
of a
only ever
chip on your
comes up
shoulder,
like
Din.
once, and people are like, "Man,
You
but this footage could be
humans are new to
doctored."
the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
Man, that's a mood.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, EarthClan.
I misread that as Earth-chan.
Earth-chan.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
That's so crazy to me.
Tell me
they're
about
basically
Volus
the
culture.
Swedish, or not Swedish.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent.
Swiss.
We
There you
barter
go.
and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status.
What do they look like underneath that suit?
And eventually split again.
I don't
Our
think we
society
actually
is
ever
very
see that.
malleable, and our government
There's probably
is
concept
always
art out there.
shifting and changing.
There
Since
might
we're
be
not
some
physically
concept stuff.
adept, we trade our services for protection.
Yes, this is my first playthrough of the Mass Effect trilogy, Kessa. I'm going through the entire trilogy for the first time.
Man, there isn't like official art. There's a lot of fan art. Somebody just posted a picture of Danny DeVito.
All right.
See that.
I can fucking see that though. Oh, I hate it.
Oh, the fucking just Frank
What
from
is it you
Always
do here?
Sunny.
I look out for the best interests of the Volus.
So anyway, the Volus started blasting.
Considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Din. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The EarthClan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Why aren't the Volus
He's
or
right,
Elcor
though.
part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the EarthClans, it would seem.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
So the
Yes,
Elcor, which are
yes.
the big
Good
guys
day,
there,
EarthClan.
they're super dope. They don't usually talk to each other, which is why they're monotone and need to describe their emotions.
Mm-hmm.
But when they fight people, because you know they stand like that permanently, They have literal exoskeletons that they mount heavy weapons on top of.
That is amazing.
Please,
They're
greetings.
incredible.
Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Says you.
Forceful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
God damn!
That is the saddest bird in the entire series.
Bro! It's like, man, this is why no one loves you, Din. This is why your wife left you.
Oh, I love the Elcor. He's just... he's
more
just
about
like
your
Eeyore, holy shit.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Tell me about the history and origins of the Elcor.
The Elcor were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Oh, man.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups. Though we are always welcoming to outsiders, our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
So, the Asari can reproduce with every single species, right?
Mm.
I want to know if there's like an Asari Elcor couple somewhere.
Probably. I don't want to know how the anatomy of it works, though.
It doesn't. So the Asari don't need to like actually do to have children with people. They instead read your mind, pull your DNA out forcibly, and they have some sort of internal mechanism that lets them copy the half that they need.
So, for the record, the Asari are the blue people, yeah?
Yeah, they're the blue people. You haven't met
Okay.
one yet. Oh, you've talked to the council. So you've seen what an Asari is, but you haven't met one yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the blue tentacled ladies.
Hmm. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just me, but the way the Elcor speak, it kind of almost sounds like they're on a text-to-speech kind of deal.
Yeah, that's on purpose. They're meant to sound kind of like robotic, just because.
Yeah.
You know that it's not how they're usually able to express themselves.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her officers are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
Huh.
The automatic doors opening from like 20 feet away is incredible. That there in front of you is a Solarian. They're like frogmen or salamander.
All right, so
depending on how you wanna look at it.
here's what I want to try.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't shoot people. Oh. You're getting hit markers.
It's hitting the one lady.
Damn, bro. I could not care less. Look at that chill-ass Turian. He's just vibing, dude.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
A little busy.
I should be going then.
Have a pleasant day.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
Might as well.
Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name
Cortana?
is Nina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the
Hello,
Citadel
Cortana.
Space Station.
Are you real?
So are you a person or a program?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
What can you tell me about the Citadel Council?
Originally, the Council consisted of representatives from the Asari and Solarians, the two dominant species in Citadel space. Roughly 1,304 galactic standard years ago, Turians were invited to join the Council in recognition of the role they played during the Krogan Rebellion. Since then, the three Council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful coexistence of the galactic community, while preserving individual autonomy for each species.
It can't be as simple as that. There must be problems somewhere in the system.
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
I want to know more about Citadel security.
Citadel security serves as law enforcement for all regions of the Citadel, though the majority of officers serve in the wards. Executor Palin, a Turian, is the current head of CSEC, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him. If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is located in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium. The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard years ago. As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies have been added. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. the Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
Literally, the first thing humanity did upon discovering aliens was shoot them.
How come the Volus were the first species given an embassy?
In the early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asari and Solarians, the most populous and widespread species in Citadel space. They established many new colonies and trading outposts, and they petitioned the Council for a greater role in determining interstellar policy. In recognition of their work to expand interstellar trade and establish a standardized galactic economy, the Volus were granted an embassy here on the Citadel.
Why weren't they made a council race?
The Council races have extensive responsibilities. They must provide personnel and ships for the Citadel fleets. They often provide economic aid in times of disaster. It would be unfair to demand such an enormous burden of a species unable to meet these obligations. The embassies allow lesser species to have a voice on the Citadel.
That's pretty damn arrogant.
I apologize if my personality...
That wasn't at all what...
Please submit all formal complaints in writing
That
to
was
the
pretty
Citadel Tourist
damn
and Visitor
arrogant.
Board.
Do you know anything about specters?
The term Spectre is derived from the branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions. Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avina. Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
No, Alright, so I'm right there. It wants me to take the little car, but I want to explore.
Yeah, go ahead. There's lots of cool little things to see. There's the Consort's office for one. There's also a couple of side quests dotted around. It's always worth exploring and talking to people.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
Ah, yeah. Leveled up from looking at computers. I need to stop pulling out my fucking gun.
Every time you just whip out a shotgun and like look at something aggressively, it's so fucking funny.
It's funny because my companions do it too.
Yeah, they're so fucking ready for this, dude.
Alright, let's get tactical armor so I can get...
your medium armor going.
Yeah.
I would also drop points into either Intimidate or Charm, depending on if you want to be a good boy or a bad boy.
Alright, yeah, we'll put a point into pistols, and then we'll put another point into Vanguard.
Fair enough.
Advanced sabotage.
Max out your electronics. If you want to do hacking, just keep it as high as you possibly can. Generally, is my advice. If you put 3 points into combat armor, I think you unlock heavy armor, but I'm not sure. Or is that after that? It might be after that. Yeah, that just unlocks first aid.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
So we'll put a couple points into there, 1 point into there, 1 point into there.
Perfectly fair.
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
Delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
I should put a counter up somewhere of like how many times I accidentally pull out my gun.
Times cat drawn.
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here.
This guy's pretty cool.
Did Ambassador Udina send you?
I go where I want. No.
I came on my own. I need information.
You humans are always so curious, always sticking your fingers into someone else's pie. Is that the right expression? No, I forget I asked. Was there something you needed, Commander?
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law. Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
I am the law.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
Tell me about your investigation into Saren.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a habit of giving out details about ongoing investigations.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
See what your little computer has to say about that. This isn't illegal. Diplomatic advisory warning. The following message was transmitted from an untraceable account to multiple recipients across the extranet. Further monitoring of the situation is warranted. My fellow biotech. You have been selected to receive this transmission because of our shared plight. Few understand us, fewer tolerate us. We must stand together. We must build our own new world. Come, join us in the Hawking Ada cluster. Only as one body can we right the wrongs done to our kind. Alright, so, like, cult-like behavior.
As you do.
Ah, the lounge.
This place seems strange. I wish there were more humans around.
Let's see, that's 1, 2... Not so counting my squad, so that's 3, 6, 7, 8 other humans around. Why are you being all worried?
I think he means in general. I will say racism is a big part of Mass Effect. Ashley is very racist, for example.
Oh.
She's not like, okay. She's the type of person that it's like, man, you're really smart for one of your kind.
Oh.
She's not like overtly like, you know, I go and beat up Turians in my free time. As much as like it's a lot of like micro shit.
Right, sorry. What can I do for you, Commander?
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
You never went to see her, did you, Fredericks?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will. Have fun then.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
What have you got?
Information, mostly. Would you like to know about some points of interest nearby?
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies. Not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium, and Shira's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will. If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment, I'd try Flux or Cora's Den.
What is Shira's?
The consort, she entertains clients who can afford her services. Most of the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman, but also very respected.
Tell me about Flux and Cora's Den.
And very terrifying.
Well,
Please
Flux
don't
has gambling and dancing, certainly more lively than this place. Cora's Den, on the other hand, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier, all at the same time.
Oh, how fun.
Goodbye.
Based.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
Oh, okay, there's just a random ass keeper here.
Yeah, so the keepers are just little dudes who fix things on the Citadel. They only exist on the Citadel. You'll never see them anywhere else.
What is my purpose here? You repair the Citadel. By God.
Oh my God. Yeah, exactly. Keepers are cool though. They become not really important at any point, but like they exist.
Oh God, the slight frame drops are a little bit insane.
I think some of that is loading, but like I don't remember ever having like the stutter like that.
It might be because I'm not only streaming it, but I'm streaming in like 2 different areas. So it could also be a processor issue. Who knows?
I'd have to see your what is it?
Oh, the task manager stuff.
Yeah, task manager.
Well, I am actually kind
The
of.
Control-Alt-Delete window.
I'm actually quite curious myself. Let's see.
Because it's maybe a CPU thing, maybe a memory thing.
No, my memory's good. We're breaking like 85% CPU usage.
Okay, yeah. In the wider areas, it's probably gonna be that way.
God, there's so much. There's so much here.
Yep. I will say you'll come to the Citadel a lot, so don't worry about walking the entire place now.
But I'm curious.
I know. I'm just saying, like, it's one of those things where, like, if you want to dip out and, like, come back and do a bit more exploring later, that's a complete thing that you can do.
Okay.
You're gonna have to do it anyway, is another thing I'll say. Like, the Citadel is the hub of the game. You buy the Spectre license somewhere in here, too, if I remember right. I can't remember exactly.
Wait, there's a keeper I can examine? Oh.
Oh yeah, that's just Avina telling you not to fuck with it.
Okay.
Because that's the other thing, like, nobody has any clue, like, what they do, how they got here. They don't talk or anything like that, but because they don't show hostile intent, everybody is also like, well, we shouldn't mess with them. Just leave them alone.
Now I want to see those things fight. Now you've piqued my interest.
You try to touch a keeper and it just like snap turns your armor off, deletes your shields, and then like breaks your arm.
Barla Vaughn.
Barla Vaughn!
What's this? One of the Earth Clan. Ah, a very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shepard. You were at Torfin, correct? You led the final assault against the enemy base, if memory serves.
You've got me at a disadvantage here.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barla Vaughn. My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed. I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
I love the idea that this Volus just knows like hundreds of random fucking people from across the galaxy on site.
A mix of laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar economies. I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise. I also offer premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my motto.
Is this illegal?
Sounds pretty shady.
Everything I do falls completely within the bounds of interstellar commerce law. Even so, many of my clients would prefer their transactions remain undisclosed. For example, suppose a Hanar ambassador was petitioning the council to reduce tariffs on Hanar goods. How would it look if he had money invested in a Hanar exporting company? Even if his true motives were to help his people, he would be accused of advancing the petition for his own personal gain. I can keep his personal finances private.
Still sounds shady to me.
Then we can only hope you will never be cursed with a large enough fortune to require my services.
What's it like living here on the Citadel?
The station is without a doubt the greatest wonder in the galaxy. It is a technological marvel, but its true splendor goes much deeper than the hull and engines. From the Presidium to the wards, the entire station is a testament to the success of the Council. All the species of Citadel spaced together in a single strong community.
What makes the Presidium so special?
It is the political center of Citadel space. 80% of all intelligent species in the known galaxy acknowledge the Council's authority on interstellar matters. But only the most powerful and influential species have embassies here on the Presidium. This level of the station is reserved for the elite, Shepard, people like us.
What are the wards like?
The cultural heart of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens from dozens of different species. You never know what you'll find out in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises. Fortunately, most of them are pleasant.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Oh, what the hell?
It's a Hanar! It's a Squid Man!
Human. This one is greatly pleased to see you here.
It's a flump!
It's a flump! They basically are. They're telepathic, so they can just beam themselves into your brain. They're
this
very
one's
funny.
His name is Delalindo, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
One of the kind of meme characters of the Mass Effect series is a Hanar movie star called Blasto, who's a Hanar Spectre, and he's like an action movie star, a la like think like Bruce Campbell, but he's a floating jellyfish.
Oh, I need to see that.
What exactly do you sell?
Only the finest and most luxurious items that credits can buy. This one is able to procure almost any item the human would desire, for a price, naturally.
Why do you refer to yourself as this one and it?
For the same reason that humans are so inquisitive. It is part of our culture.
Low-key burn.
Specifically, Hanar only refer to themselves in the first person with family or intimates. And we rarely do so with other species. It is just our way.
Who are you?
This one's face name
Wow.
is Dylan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase.
Actually, kind of curious.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be
If I remember right,
disappointed.
he has some pretty decent kit. The non-human armors you can't use yet, but like, for example, oh, your armor is human. When you eventually get like Krogan and stuff like that, they won't be able to use your human armor. Only Garrus uses Turian stuff.
Hmm. That's cool.
I've had my office rearranged 5 times now.
Ah, first world problems.
Welcome. I am Naylina. I don't recognize you as one of our expected clients today. Would you like me to see when the consort will be able to meet with you?
Can't I just go in?
I'm afraid not. Yeah, you must understand there are many who seek the consort services. But if you wish to leave your name, she'll make every effort to meet with you.
Is this like a brothel of sorts? Is that what this is?
It's never fully like explained necessarily.
But given how people talk about it, it seems it's giving off like brothel vibes.
It's very much hinted as being like a sex place. I think they talk about it as like a oh, we listen to
Commander
people's
Shepard,
problems and
with the
talk
Alliance
to them
Navy.
sort of thing.
Excellent. You should hear something in 3 or 4 months.
What do you do here, Naylina?
I'm one of the consort's acolytes. Many of the people here today will not see the consort, but they expect to be attended to just the same. It's our job to ensure that they leave contented.
What exactly do you attend to?
Well, each acolyte has her unique abilities. Some soothe with song, others with conversation. As much as possible, we seek to match the needs of our clients to the skills of our acolytes. My specialty is touch. My fingertips can find every tension point in your body and relieve it.
I'd like to try out your services.
Excellent. I'll add you to our client list. We should be able to see you in 3 or 4 months.
Nobody's worth that much of a wait.
Well, that's not for me to judge. I have your name and you'll be contacted. Is there anything else?
What is the consort? What does she do?
It's difficult to explain. She's many things to many people and something different for each. Some seek her for advice, some for entertainment, others still for pleasure. Most of the time, our clients won't realize what they were seeking until after she has provided it for them.
You make her sound like some kind of oracle.
No, not in the usual sense. She's merely a woman with remarkable compassion and a generous spirit. I suggest you make an appointment and see for yourself.
I think I'm done here.
Oh, well, I hope you'll return again in the future. We always enjoy seeing new clients.
Naylina,
Yes, Shaira?
send the commander up to see me. I wish to speak with him.
Oh, all right.
Yes, of course, mistress.
Oh, jeez.
Huh. It appears the consort has taken notice of you. She'd like to meet with you now.
Where do I go?
Just head upstairs. She'll be waiting for you.
I see even the humans find the consort irresistible.
Welcome. It is a pleasure to see you. You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private back on Earth.
Oh, that... Huh.
The pod.
That is close enough, Commander. I've heard a great many things about you since your arrival here in our citadel.
You wanted to speak with me?
I have a certain problem that could use your expertise.
Maybe I can help.
I have a friend, Septimus, a retired Turian general. I won't discuss the details, but he wanted me to be more than I could be. We had a falling out. Now he spends his days in Korra's den, drinking and spreading lies about me. If you would speak to him as a fellow soldier, I believe he will listen to you and let the matter be.
What happened between you?
I respect his privacy too much to go into the details. If he wishes to tell you what happened, that is his prerogative.
What exactly do you want me to tell him?
Appeal to his sense of honor. Remind him of his position as a general. If you can convince him to stop spreading lies about me, I would be very grateful. Now I must ask you to take your leave. I have many clients waiting to see me.
Okay then, so that's something we can do here.
Yup. One of the many things.
I have to admit I'm a little nervous.
That's understandable. Many are a little unsure what to expect.
I'm pretty sure you can flirt with the consort, but I don't remember if it actually does anything. It's such like a small part of the first game that doesn't really come up in my head.
Okay, well, let's start over to not the fucking consort, the Korra's den.
Korra's den is very fun. It's probably my favorite place in the first game. And then it's kind of like Sisterhood location in Mass Effect 2 is probably my favorite place in Mass Effect 2.
I kind of wish the stamina thing wasn't a thing in this hub. I would like to sprint endlessly in this area.
Yeah, sprinting mechanics in Mass Effect are kind of wonky. You can't sprint at all in the later games, or at least like Mass Effect 2, you can sprint out of combat. I don't think you can sprint in like the open world sections.
Wait, am I going the right area? Am I going the right way?
Maybe it depends on where you're trying to get. Oh yeah, if you're trying to get to Korra's den, I think there's a terminal that leads directly to Korra's den. Oh, you gotta go talk to the council first, I think.
Yep. Yeah, because I just... Hold on. The elevator at the end of this hallway leads to the wards. There you'll find Korra's den, Flux, the markets, and the medical center. Okay, so... Alright, to the council it is.
Gotta go do your job before you're allowed to have fun. SMH.
We recognize your abilities as commander, but we do not grant you the rank of Spectre. Rapid transit.
Yep, that's the little taxi system. It's your fast travel on the Citadel.
Alright, so I need to... Where do I need to head to? Citadel Tower, is that where it said?
I believe so, yeah. Yep, it's here.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time.
There he is.
Stop.
There's the sexiest man alive.
Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Carrion. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
You blew it.
Come across anything I should know about?
Don't be mean to my husband.
Saren's a Spectre. Most of his activities are classified. I couldn't find anything solid. But I know he's up to something. Like you humans say, I feel it in my gut.
I think the council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to
I love
you.
that that's the second Turin you've met that uses a random human phrase, and it's like, I think this is how that works.
Ooh.
That's a Solarian. They're just wearing a weird, like, cultural garment thing.
I like the alien
You
designs.
Yeah, this series has some of the best and most varied concepts. Like, Turians have metal skin. I can't remember if it was like a diet thing, but like they somehow just like have metal implanted in their weird raptor armor. And they just live like that.
I'm not so sure. The humans are making a strong push, and you can bet the Volus will be right on their coattails if they succeed.
Allowing the humans to join them.
The Solarians are like the science-y people of the galaxy. They're like mega smart, but they're a short-lived species. The main thing with the Asari is that they're all female, but can reproduce with any species just by like brain scanning them.
Commander?
No, I just want to ask a couple of questions.
Captain Anderson.
The hearing's already started. Come on.
Oh boy, this should be interesting.
Another character I'm
The
depressed
Geth
he
attack
can never
is a matter of
romance.
some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
It's because he's a fucking Spectre.
Kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. This must be your...
Hear how he talks. He's clearly evil.
He's literally got like fucking tubes lodged into his brain.
He's
clearly not a good guy.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
He's racist too.
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres. He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
You can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
Shit.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. and he has to be stopped.
We need to deal with Saren ourselves.
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
I'll take care of it.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the woods.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars, it causes them.
I know how the world works, Commander. Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions, but only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
Maybe they'd let us join the Council if we were more willing to cooperate with the other species.
Of course they would. If we did everything they told us to, they'd love to have us on the Council. But it wouldn't be much of a deal for us. I understand their side. They don't want us dominating the Council. It's founded on cooperation and alliances. But we have to look out for our own interests too.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
The guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done, like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation, but with him gone, things are still up in the air.
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power, Shepard.
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100. But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue?
You done
like
fucked
Saren?
up.
It doesn't happen often. The Council is careful when they select their candidates. But when something does go wrong, there's usually only one solution. Send another Spectre to bring the rogue agent down.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game. And the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics, doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
Tell me about Barla Vaughn.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius. Doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes. He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats, Spectres. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
It's a very long conversation.
Yep, that's what the series is kind of built off of. It's a lot of just chatting with people.
What?
Oh.
Oh, no.
Chorbin.
Never mind.
Oh.
Chobani.
Yes, is there something you want?
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers?
Ah, fuck, he's fallen into the trap.
I've got no interest in the keep.
Don't get coy. I know what I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
Just tell me what you're doing. I'm not here to get you into trouble.
All right. I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
I could help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I don't even know who you are.
I'm Commander Shepard, the Alliance military.
Well, I suppose I could use the help. You'll need this. It's the scanning device I developed. Activate it each time you see a Keeper. All collected data will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
What are you doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Trying to learn whatever I can about the Keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so little about them. I'm a scientist. I want to know what makes them tick.
I should get going then.
Yes, I have much work myself. So long, and good luck with the scanning.
Do you want to run up to every Keeper on the Citadel and press space on them? Or not space, A. Sorry.
Hey, you know what though? I'm getting money and XP for it.
This is a quest I have finished exactly once.
Let me guess, is finding the Keepers a bitch?
It's not hard. It's mostly just like annoying. There are some rooms that solely exist to have a Keeper in them.
Ah, okay.
So it's just kind of one of those things that like I don't usually commit myself to. It's not bad to get like the basically free money, but like it's not enough money to be like super worth like going out of your way for it.
So basically, scan one if it just happens to be on your way.
Yeah, if you waddle past one, might as well. If you get to a point where you have all of them except for like 5, you know, maybe look up a guide, but it depends on if you really want to spend the time on it. I don't think it like does anything super important, Like, I don't think it comes back up in the later games beyond, like, an email you get or something. And even if it does, like, it would only really matter for the third game, and it doesn't have enough of an effect in the third game for me to remember it.
This one believes it has the right to move freely through this area.
Okay, let's go... Oh, wait.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC
Ah, fuck,
officer
Mormons
enlisted
exist in
assistance?
space, too.
What's going on here?
The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers.
Let's see.
So you're breaking the law by preaching without a permit right now?
The CSEC officer states that preaching in this place is forbidden, and preaching anywhere on the Citadel requires a permit. This one humbly submits that it is not preaching to state the truth of the Enkindlers, and thus no permit should be necessary.
He's a sovereign citizen.
Your people know them as the Protheans. They are the true creators of this one's people. The Enkindlers raised the Hanar from ignorance into consciousness by granting this one's people the gift of speech.
If that's all the CSEC officer wants, why not just buy the permit?
The truth of the Enkindlers is universal. This one humbly believes that the truth should not be suppressed. Exacting payment as a means of imposing limits upon the truth is an abrogation of this one's religious freedom.
Let me talk to the CSEC officer. Perhaps I can explain the situation.
This one would be most grateful for the assistance. Please let this one know if success is achieved.
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
Are there laws being broken here?
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to preach?
No. Registered evangelicals must follow regulations. There are specific areas where preaching is legal. Failure to follow the regulations results in the forfeiture of the license.
What's the purpose behind the evangelical permits?
Forcing religious evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out undesirables. It keeps the area safe. The Citadel is too important to become a battleground for a religious war.
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar for you.
I have argued
Well,
with stubborn jelly all afternoon. You are certainly welcome to try. Any progress with that Hanar?
I'd say let it talk. It's not really doing anything bad.
But he's gonna start a religious war! The
Oh,
Hanar are gonna start killing everyone!
I think you should let the Hanar preach in the Presidium.
The Presidium is a place of culture and respect. It should not be filled with zealots shouting their idiocy. Why should the jellies get special treatment? Every other species understands and obeys the laws.
That's so
Did you
racist.
just
He
say...
outed himself
I was
so
about to
hard.
say, did you just say a racial slur?
Basically.
If I purchased the evangelical permit myself,
yeah.
would that take care of things?
As long as it stays in approved areas once it has the permit, yes. That would solve the issue for me.
Alright, where does one get a permit?
I'll be back.
I don't care what you have to do.
I've
Just
never
get
done it
rid of
this
that
way. I've
Hanar.
always had enough Paragon or Renegade points to tell him to fuck off.
Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
I'll keep working on it.
This one will continue to spread its message.
Just shoot the CSEC officer.
It's like those memes of like me reaching for the officer's gun.
Alright. So... where the Hanar and convince the CSEC So, hold on, I'm gonna look this up. Where can I buy one of those evangelical permits?
honestly don't know if you can. I've never done the quest that way.
Evangelical permit. You can solve that quest just by going back and forth between the Hanar and the guard standing nearby. One of the dialogue options will let you buy a permit for the Hanar from... Oh, you could just buy one from the guard, apparently.
Maybe you have to, like, select a different dialogue option.
I think you should let the Hanar
The
preach.
Presidium is... Why should the jellies get special treatment? Every other species understands and obeys the laws.
If I purchase the evangelical permit myself...
As long as it stays in approved areas once it has the permit, yes. That would solve the issue for me.
If I purchase the evangelical...
As long as it stays in approved areas once...
I'll be back.
I don't care what you have to do.
Oh, god damn it.
Any progress with that Hanar?
The voices.
Sorry. I'll let you know if I come up with something.
I don't care what the something is, as long...
God, I need to stop doing that.
Any progress with that Hanar?
You're suppressing that Hanar's religious freedom. I want you to stop.
I should have known that a human wouldn't respect the laws of the Citadel. Why should the jellies get special treatment?
Jesus Christ. Why can't I just buy the permit off you? Hold on. You have purchased a permit yourself rather one in line of the conversation while speaking to the Hanar a second time after...
Oh, so maybe you go up to the Hanar and be like, what if I bought it for you?
Yeah, I need to get him into a dialogue option that allows me to just give the Hanar credits.
That's probably what it is.
Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
Maybe not yet.
I'll keep
on. I'm gonna save it just because both of those left dialogue options look exactly the same.
This one will continue to spread its message. Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
Is this really how you want to represent the Enkindlers?
The truth of the Enkindlers must be made known. They gave the Hanar language, and gave the universe the mass relays. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
What if I purchase the evangelical permit for you?
Finances are only a partial limitation. This one does not believe that one should pay in order to speak the truth. However, this one also does not possess the 150 credits necessary to purchase the permit.
You do now.
150 credits? This should cover you.
This is a most appreciated action. You are not of the Hanar, but you wish to help spread the truth of the Enkindlers. This one will not cause any further trouble for the CSEC officer. This one offers its thanks.
There we go.
I see the Hanar is left. Thank you.
Happy to help.
Here, for your assistance in this matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should report to my superiors.
Oh, cool. All right. She said this is a former client, so we have some of these I can't do yet because I have to go back on the Normandy for that. The General Septimus, Corps. So basically, all of these other quests require me going to Corps, at least for the moment, which is down here. And apparently there's 20 keepers I need to scan.
So, Williams, you happy you signed on with Commander Shepard?
I'm not sure, Lieutenant. Every time I think I have a handle on things, the universe banks hard to port.
Oh, that's right. I was gonna go see the Shadow Broker dude. Oh well.
Big gun and a confident attitude will get you through a lot in life.
Gotta say, I love that elevator music.
Really think we'll find him down here?
He always stops in for a few games of Quasar before he makes his drop.
Fist is gonna be pissed if we take down his supplier.
That's the point. We want him angry. Angry people make mistakes.
There's just something about Fist that makes me nervous.
Good. He's a dangerous man. Now keep your eyes peeled for our mark.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
Oh. That was a loud noise. Let's see here. Alleyway, med clinic. So I need to... Huh.
That's him.
Oh shit, assassins!
You're already being hunted. You've been on the Citadel for like 5 minutes.
Those were Saren's men.
All targets down.
Ah, okay, so that must be Cora's den that I'm about to head into. I like how none of them heard the gunshots. Maybe it's just a regular occurrence.
Gunshots. Those are silly. And yeah, no, it is. It absolutely is.
Back off, Rex. Fizz told us to take you down when you showed up.
Rex, my
What are you
love.
waiting for? I'm standing right here. This is Fizz's only chance. If he's smart, he'll take it. He's not coming out, Rex. End of story. This story is just beginning. Out of my way, humans. I have no quarrel with you.
What was that all about?
Who knows? Let's just try not to get caught in the middle.
But I wanna.
Based, honestly.
Watching the show. Commander. What do you want?
What's bothering you, General?
I've seen a lot of horrible things in my days, and there's only one woman in this damn galaxy that helps me forget it.
So if you feel that way, then why spread lies about her?
Because she rejected me. Me! Septimus Oraka, General of the Turian Fleet.
He's an incel.
Yeah, but we can't say some of those words on Twitch in a negative aspect, otherwise they don't like you.
Oh, can you actually not? Oh.
Well, I don't think incel is bad. The S word is, though, if you use it in like a negative connotation. That's very weird with how they enforce it, though. So I just don't say it out of just to be safe. It's stupid, but nah. What can you do?
The internet is a place.
Yeah.
Is she really worth it? There must be other women.
It's not just any woman I want. It's her, and her alone. Look, kid, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but don't waste your time.
Enjoy your drink, General.
Yeah, off you go. See you later, kid.
Odd.
Don't feel right just leaving like this.
Don't waste your time, kid. Run away now, while you still can.
You need to start acting like a general if you want to beat this.
I spent all my life acting like a general, and what did it get me? Huh? Those days are over. I'll just be what I am. A tired, lonely, worn-out soldier.
You're a damn general. Quit your whining.
Ha! You got balls, kid. There are only 5 people in this damn galaxy who talk to me like that. So you think it's that easy? Just straighten up and act like a general?
I don't think it could hurt.
Maybe you're right, Commander. Shaira's worth the effort, even if she won't have me back.
This is no place for someone of your stature, General.
All right, I'll go to her after I've had a cold shower or 2. Say, you're a bright kid. Would you be interested in earning a few extra credits?
What do you want me to do?
There's an L-Corps diplomat out there who believes Shaira gave up his secrets.
Why does he think that?
Because I told him. Look, I just need you to convince him of the truth.
You do it.
Why can't you tell him yourself?
Well, the last time he saw me, I was disparaging his ancestors and shouting his secrets in public. Take this data pad. It shows where I got my info. It will exonerate Shaira and convince the L-Corps.
Who am I taking it to, and where is he?
His name is Zaltan. He's an L-Corps diplomat. He's over in the embassies complaining about Shaira. Well, here's to soldiers acting like soldiers. Thanks, Commander. You know, you might make a good general yourself one day.
Hard to imagine a general like that getting so upset about a woman.
I got business.
Oh.
Women, am I right?
I
Aiden says.
completely cut off what Ashley was about to say.
It happens. It's just little banter dialogue.
Alliance military. I could have been a Marine, you know. Instead, I joined the goddamn Citadel security. Biggest mistake of my life.
Harkin, right? I was told you could help me find someone. A Turian CSEC officer named Garrus.
Garrus? You must be one of Captain Anderson's crew. Poor bastard, still trying to bring Saren down, eh? I know where Garrus is, but you gotta tell me something first. Did the captain let you in on his big secret?
Just tell me where Garrus is before this gets ugly.
But it's all related, don't you see? The captain used to be a Spectre. Didn't know that, did you? It was all very hush-hush. The first human ever given that honor, and then he blew it. Screwed up his mission so bad they kicked him out. Of course, he blames Saren. Says the Turians set him up.
You said they covered all this up. How'd you hear about it?
I spent 20 years working cases here on the Citadel. People on this station love to talk. Secrets are like herpes. If you got them, you might as well spread them around.
That is not how that works.
One more chance. Tell me where Garrus is. Now.
Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting the gun to be pulled, but okay.
SHILL, over in the med clinic on the other side of the wards.
How well do you know Captain Anderson?
Met him a few times over the years. One of those hardcore military guys. Yes, sir. No, sir. Can't have any fun with a stick up your ass, sir. That's probably why he climbed the Alliance ranks so fast. The military loves brown nosers.
The captain's a good soldier.
Sure, whatever. Dress him in a fancy suit, pin some shiny medals on his chest, and call him a hero. Everybody else does. But if he's so great, why'd the Spectres kick him out? Why'd you go ask him about that?
You need to look in a mirror. Sober up and take some responsibility for yourself.
Save your sermons. This ain't no church.
What's it like working for CSEC?
You mean, what was it like? Executor suspended me without pay. Recurring violations. CSEC was keeping a file on me. Can you believe that? Every mistake I ever made went into the books. Get a little rough with a suspect, note in the file. Have a couple of drinks on duty, note in the file. Skim a couple of credits off a drug bust, note in the file. It's a goddamn witch hunt.
You got off easy, if you ask me.
What the hell do you know? Working for CSEC isn't like being a Marine. People get pissed off if we shoot somebody. Investigations, inquiries, rules, regulations. Every day I plow through enough red tape to choke a rhino. That's how you gotta be to do this job. So don't talk to me about right and wrong. You soldiers got it easy.
What do you know about Garrus?
Damn hothead is what he is. Still figures he can save the world. Always bucking heads with the Executor. He'll pay for it soon enough. The Executor loves to put us lowly field agents in our place. Just look what happened to me.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, good. Go. Let me drink in peace.
The back rooms are private, reserved for Fist and his friends.
Who's Fist?
He owns this club, but the customers have to stay out front.
What did that other Krogan want? Rex?
Personal matter.
Not real chatty, is he?
Goodbye.
Enjoy the club.
I love how Ashley says that like she expects this random bodyguard to tell her absolutely everything about her his boss. Ashley in her free time just gives all of your personal secrets away to completely random people.
Yeah, that she does seem like the kind of person to do that. Alright, so I gotta see Dr. Michelle.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
Many good supplies.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
Look at how good it is. I told you it was good. It's good, right?
For the Normandy Quartermaster. Let's buy a license.
Yep. Always buy the licenses if you can. The upgrades aren't super important usually, but like they can be kind of nice. If you want to throw even more grenades and use even more meta shell. The higher difficulties meta shell is very nice.
Oh, recoil dampener. Alright, Sidium, the med clinic, okay.
Is that really? Wow, it's you. You're Commander Shepard, the hero of Eden Prime. I am so honored to meet you.
Do I know you?
No, I'm just a fan. One of your biggest fans, actually.
Oh, no.
My name is Conrad. Conrad Werner. They say you killed more than 100 Geth on Eden Prime.
I spend most of the time trying to stay alive and help the colonists.
Hey, I know you're probably busy, but do you have time for a quick autograph?
Sure, I guess?
Here you go.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. My wife is going to be so impressed. I'll let you get back to work. But next time you're on Earth, I'd love to buy you a drink. Thanks again.
That was a weird-ass encounter.
Hello, Earth Clan. No doubt you've just come back from the colonies. Will you be needing supplies?
Show me what you've got.
Most excellent. I am sure you will find something pleasing. Best place on... Welcome back, Earth Clan. Will you
What colonies are you talking about?
Oh, my mistake, Earth Clan. I assumed... It doesn't matter. Pharos? Novaria? Well, if you haven't heard of them yet, I'm sure you will soon. But it doesn't matter where you hail from. My goods are available to all.
I think I'll be going.
As you say, Earth Clan. Good day to you.
I don't think you bought this here. I don't sell this model.
Look, I know it was you. I remember your face.
That's racist.
That's impressive. Usually you humans can't tell one Turian from another.
This was the place. Now, are you going to give me a refund or not?
Do you have your proof of purchase?
What? No, I don't think you ever gave me one.
I'm sorry, man. I can't help you.
But, what do you...
Can't help you.
Oof. Denied customer service. Emily Wong.
Excuse me, Commander Shepard! I'm Emily Wong. I'm an investigative journalist working here on the Citadel. Could I have a moment of your time?
What do you need?
I've been hunting for evidence of corruption and organized crime on the Citadel, but there are places I can't go. I was hoping you might share anything you find during your own investigation. I can make it worth your time.
How do you know that my investigation is going to uncover anything you need?
You wouldn't be investigating if it weren't big. And if it's big, it's something I'd like to hear about.
You've got to have access to better sources. Why contact me?
I'm using every source I can find, but I think I've got a better shot with you. I read about the siege of Torfin, sending your men to their deaths, shooting slavers as they tried to surrender. I need someone who isn't afraid to get their hands dirty. Someone who'll do what needs to be done. That's you.
How do you know I'm investigating anything
I
here
love
on the
war
Citadel?
crimes.
I'm a good journalist, Commander Shepard. Word gets around.
Look, it's not technically war
Sounds like
crimes
a
if
good
they're
cause.
slavers, right?
If I find any information, it's
Yeah?
yours.
Thank you, Commander. You won't regret it.
Alright, so that's a new journal entry here. I gotta head over to the med clinic. That's the CSAC Academy. There we go.
I didn't tell anyone, I swear.
That was smart, Doc. Now if Garrus comes around, you stay smart. Keep your mouth shut, or we'll... Who are you? Let her go.
Oh, damn.
Enemy contact! Area secured.
Perfect timing, Shepard. Gave me a clear shot at that bastard.
You took him down clean.
Sometimes you get lucky. Dr. Michelle, are you hurt?
No, I'm okay. Thanks to you. All of you.
Why were they threatening you? Who do they work for?
They work for Feast. They wanted to shut me up, keep me from telling Garrus about the Quarian.
What Quarian?
A few days ago, a Quarian came by my office. She'd been shot, but she wouldn't tell me who did it. I could tell she was scared, probably on the run. She asked me about the Shadow Broker. She wanted to trade information in exchange for a safe place to hide.
Then what?
I put her in contact with Fist. He's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
Not anymore. Now he works for Saren. And the Shadow Broker isn't too happy about it.
Fist betrayed the Shadow Broker? That's stupid even for him. Saren must have made him quite the offer.
That Quarian must have something Saren wants. Something worth crossing the Shadow Broker to get.
What else can you tell me about the Quarian?
I'm not sure. Like I said, she wanted to trade information for a place to hide. She didn't... Wait a minute. Geth. Her information had something to do with the Geth.
She must be able to link Saren to the Geth. There is no way the Council can ignore this.
Time we paid Fist a visit.
This is your show, Shepard. But I want to bring Saren down as much as you do. I'm coming with you.
You're a Turian. Why do you want to bring him down?
I couldn't find the proof I needed in my investigation, but
That's
I knew
so
what was really
racist.
going on. Saren is a traitor to the Council and a disgrace to my people.
You're an alien too. Why would you ever want to go against the blatant bad guy who wants genocide?
Welcome aboard, Garrus.
You know, we aren't the only ones going after Fist. The Shadow Broker hired a Krogan bounty hunter named Rex to take him out.
Yeah, we saw him in the bar.
A Krogan might come in handy.
Last I heard, he was at the CSEC Academy.
What's he doing there?
Fist accused him of making threats. We brought Rex in for a little talk. If you hurry, you can catch him at the Academy before he leaves.
Move out.
Oh shit, okay.
Yep, I have multiple party members, which means you can have different people in your crew.
Can you only have up to 2 extra party members then? Or can you have up to... Is it like 4 including yourself?
It's 3. So it's you and then 2 other people.
Okay.
Garrus is very good. He's got the tech skills. So if you're gonna trade anybody out, you could trade Caden. You could also trade Ashley. Ashley is not great in terms of like if you want like a good party comp. Just because she's a soldier, soldiers are only really good at shooting things, and like they're never gonna be better at shooting things than like you are. Soldiers are good meat walls, so if you want somebody to like tank, they're good for that.
Garrus and Caden, they even things out, so that's always something I like.
The bars are more suggestions than anything else. But Garrus and Caden aren't bad together. I used to run like Liara and Garrus. There's a couple of different duoed groups you can run with. Tali is pretty good. You can do like Tali and Liara, and then if you're a soldier, it's a pretty decent spread of stuff. But Tali and Liara you get later. It's also worth like just taking the people you like to hear their little voice line dialogue and quips about stuff. There's some pretty good duos with that too.
Alright, so we got a couple things that we can do.
Yeah, the game's very, very front-loaded with quests.
Yeah. Because I do want to, I want to complete some of these assignments. So like you have We have this, Zelton. We can, yeah, visiting the ambassador for that. We have the Asari consort, so we can talk to Shaira. We'll probably do those two things in the next part, and obviously, you know, paying a visit to Rex and then doing all the stuff in Korra's den. But I do think, though, that because I didn't realize we've been going for about 4 hours, and I do think this is probably a good place to end it for tonight.
This is a beautiful game.
I'm already enjoying it.
There's a lot to do.
Yeah. So same time next Friday?
Absolutely. I will be around.
Hell yeah. All right. I'm gonna see who is available to raid. Of which there's quite a number. God, there's quite a number of people to raid that I can raid right now. Let's see here. Zelrena's on right now. They're currently playing Final Fantasy VII. I'm gonna, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and send you guys over to Zell. So, thank you all so very much for watching. If you guys enjoyed what you have seen and you haven't already, don't forget to give me a follow over here on Twitch. Turn on notifications for whenever I go live. There are links below to follow me on Twitter and Instagram and Blue Sky and Threads, so you can catch up on any and all stream updates and announcements that I may have. There's also a link to my YouTube channel that you can subscribe to, because that is where I post the VODs for the Mountain Blade Monday series, as well as the other main playthroughs I do for the channel, such as the Atomic Heart playthrough. That's all now available on the YouTube channel for you to watch, because I just uploaded the finale yesterday. Tomorrow, part 1 of the Darksiders Genesis playthrough with Horrormancer will be up at around noon. Which, speaking of, I will be going live tomorrow around 4 p.m. Eastern time with her as we continue our onslaught through Hell and all the other shenanigans that come along with that. But I have a bunch of other playthroughs on the channel. Like, I played Kena Bridge of Spirits. I played the remaster of Quake 2. I played the remake of System Shock. A bunch of other great stuff over there for you to watch. Yeah, make sure to go subscribe and check that out. There's the raid for Zell, and make sure to go let them know that the bounty hunter has arrived on their doorstep. So give them all the love, give them a follow if you can. Give them a follow. And yeah. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a fantastic Friday night, evening, morning, whatever the case may be. Nite, thank you for joining me, and I cannot wait to join up again next Friday.
See you then.
All right. Goodbye.